Welcome to the final section in the course, Voting Methods and Their Flaws. In this section, we're going to explore 4 common types of voting methods: plurality, the board account method, plurality with elimination, and the pairwise comparison methods. Each method has advantages and disadvantages, and all are flawed. It has been mathematically proven that no voting system can meet all of the requirements political scientists use to determine whether an election is fair. Please be aware that although many of our examples involve some kind of election of people to an office, these ideas have other applications. These methods are used to evaluate the results of polls and surveys, for example. Now, what we're going to be using to answer the questions is what we call a preference ballot. Preference ballots are ones in which the voter is asked to rank all of the candidates in order of preference. Now, on some of these methods, we'll only be using the first line of a preference ballot, but we will have these for each of these. And what we do is we take all of the preference ballots that list things in the same order and then create a preference table out of them. So we just sort of compile all the information so that it's easier to work with. So just so that we can get comfortable with the idea of a preference table, let's work this problem. Students at your college are given the option of choosing a topic for which a speaker will be selected. Students are asked to rank 3 topics: technology, which is going to be a T, environmental issues, which is E, and terrorism in the name of religion, which is R. The results of the election are shown in the following preference table. Now, the way we read this is the number of votes is up along here, and then for this column, 70 people ranked R their first choice, E their second choice, and then T their third choice. 30 voted in this order, 10 in this order, and so on. Okay, how many students voted? Well, up here is how many votes we have in total. So we add these together. So we do 70 plus 30 plus 10 plus 5, which gives us 115. So 115 students voted. How many students selected the topics in this order? T, E, R. Well, T is here and here. This is the one with E, then R. There are 10 of those votes. So that is 10. How many students selected technology as their first choice for a speaker's topic? Well, technology is the first choice here and here. So we add these two together. 30 plus 10 gives us 40. How many students selected environmental issues as their second choice for a speaker's topic? Well, environmental issues is second here and here. So we add 70 and 10 to get 80. 80 students chose environmental issues second. Okay, now we're going to talk about our first method for voting. It's called the plurality method. When there are more than 2 candidates in an election, it is common for no candidate to receive a majority of votes, and a majority is more than 50% of the votes. In this case, the plurality method declares the person with the most votes the winner. So whoever gets the most votes wins, whether or not they receive the majority of the votes. All right, so majority is more than 50%, plurality, just the most. Okay? Now, the United States uses the plurality method for most of its presidential elections. There are usually at least 4 political parties represented on the ballot for president: the Libertarian, Green, Republican, and Democratic parties. As a result of this, having the vote split 4 ways, no candidate has received the majority of the popular vote in more than 2/3 of all presidential elections as of 2021. Okay. We're going to be using the same basic story for each of the methods, the example problem for each of the methods we're going to talk about. So let's look at this first one. Well, the story first. Attendees at a mathematics conference are asked to rank 4 mathematicians from most influential to least. The 4 mathematicians are Hypatia, Leibniz, Newton, and Pythagoras. You probably all know who Pythagoras is. Newton and Leibniz developed calculus at the same time, and Hypatia is just my favorite mathematician, and I get to choose who I put her in here. Okay? So what we want to do with the plurality method is just whoever gets the most first place votes wins. So we just need to figure out which of these gets the most first place votes. So I'm going to look across here, and Pythagoras is top only here. Pythagoras gets 30 votes. Leibniz is first here and here, so that's 22 plus 2, so Leibniz gets 24 votes. Okay, Newton is top here, so Newton gets 18 votes. And then Hypatia gets 10 votes. So the winner using plurality, the person with the most votes, would be Pythagoras.